You mentioned something about writing while you were talking, and I didn't want to interrupt you, but do you write a lot?
Yeah, I write a lot. That's the one thing that I love to do the most. It's the one thing that I think I do best, you know?
Yeah. I had read, and I think this was a quote of yours, you rewrote, it said, 93% of Hard to Kill. Is that true?
Well, the director and I and the producer and some other folks went through it, the shooting script, and we came up with over 90% of what was a rewrite by me. Now, I will not get credit on it because of the way the Writers Guild is. They will say that they lean towards the original writer. I don't believe that they like actors who think they're writers or directors who think they're writers or producers who think they're writers, even though I'm a member of the Writers Guild for a long time. But it really doesn't end up to be that you have to change over 50% of the original screenplay because they have their own way of counting that. You know, if an actor comes on the screen for 5 seconds or 5 minutes, he gets credit. I can have an hour of original screen time up there that I wrote, and no one will ever know that Steven Seagal wrote that. And a tremendous amount of what these people have all seen was completely and absolutely written by me. And they'll never know that.
Now, you see, you say things sometimes. A lot of people, for that question, would have tried to take the easy right out. They would have like, yeah, so my wife is doing fine. And, you know, you're very outspoken. Does that ever get you in trouble?
Sure.
When is the last time it got you in trouble?
Yesterday. You know?
What happened yesterday?
Well, there's an individual that I love and respect a great deal, you know. He kind of kicked my ass a little bit. So.
Physically or verbally?
No. Yeah. Listen, I mean, it's the kind of thing where I'm a very loyal person. I love the people that have helped me and stood up for me and stood by me. On this picture, you know, I was thrilled to death because Joe Roth and Roger Birnbaum, the presidents of Fox, you know, are filmmakers, real filmmakers, and that's rare to have heads of studios that are filmmakers. And they appreciated my ability as a filmmaker and let me make this the way I wanted, and I really thank them. And they've been great to me. And Warner Brothers, I mean, you know, I would not be here now if it weren't for them. And Terry Semel has been a dear friend of mine and helped me out, you know, to the point where I can be where I am now. In fact, I'm starting a picture in Brooklyn, you know, which is an area where I spent a lot of my youth, which is probably the finest picture that I will do for a long time. I'm very proud of it, which I have subsequently rewritten. Again, I won't even submit that to the Writers Guild. I know I will not get credit, and that's okay. But the thing of it is, it's like there are certain injustice in every. I mean, there was a ball player on here the other night who talked about what's happening to me. I said, man, does that sound familiar? Yeah. So in every walk of life, you know, there are a lot of injustices that happen, and I'm not a shy boy, as you know. I'll stand up and say whatever I got to say. You want to sue me? You sue this, you know?
Yeah.
I don't care.
It'd be just my luck we were on a wide shot. Yeah. Sometimes when I try to talk to you about your past, you're a little more conservative. You never want to talk about the past that much. And I've heard rumors and stuff like that. So let me ask you this question very delicately. In Above the Law, we know what happened. Do you have any old friends that maybe get upset about you telling these stories? And
yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I was telling Royce, you know, Andy Davis and I never, ever, I swear to God, thought that picture would make it to the theaters. Up until the night that was released, we thought it was going to get pulled because it's based in truth. And, you know, I got a lot of flack, and I was a little bit worried about a lot of things. In fact, I was pretty worried for a while. And a very dear friend of mine who's a 4-star general and a very big guy, you know, big guy. You know, at one point he said to me, he says, hey, man, what the hell? He says, it's entertainment, you know. And when he said that, I knew I was all right, you know.
At the same time, it's kind of dangerous that, I mean, what he's saying, are we almost out of time? Oh, shucks. Okay, when you come, when you come back, we'll talk. We'll talk. The movie is called Marked for Death.
Yeah.
And it opens...
this Friday night.
Yeah, I'm gonna go check it out tomorrow night, so I'll see you at the premiere.
All right.
Steven Seagal.